So I'm at the airport and I'm ready to go on my New York business trip. And I've been excited to meet my team and see the office in person. We're gonna do a lot of team meetings and even have a social where we go to a bar and chat and socialize. So I'm excited for all of that, as well as my 2-week trip after around New York. We're staying with some friends, as well as staying at an Airbnb. It'll be a long flight and I'll be editing my videos as well as reading, probably taking a nap. So I picked out my dinner place and I'm excited to get there after Uber. I'm gonna walk there, it takes about 17 minutes, and it's a Korean place. It's thunderstorming right now. I just arrived in New York and my Lyft was $102. So I just arrived at my hotel. It was a long wait in the plane ride because of the thunderstorm and it was super expensive Lyft. But I'm finally here. So I was so excited to see this umbrella here because it's thunderstorming. Here is the restroom. And then over here is the king size bed. And let's go see the view. If there's any view. It's a building. See the view over there. You can kind of see it. I think it'll be better in the morning. And for today's dinner, which I got from Uber Eats, I got pork belly rice crepe wraps, and I got some tuna mayo rice balls. And I think it comes with a side of kimchi. I'm so hungry and I'm ready to eat. Good morning, New York. This is my view from the hotel room. It's pretty early because I have 3-hour time difference, but I'm gonna go get a coffee and wake up. I have some leftovers, some Korean food. I'm pretty tired because it's 3 hours ahead. On my way to the office, but first, coffee. It was great to meet my team in person for the first time. We worked collaboratively on team efficiency to improve our processes and document our code. It was also enjoyable to walk to lunch together and share delicious Lebanese food. We walked to 230 Fifth Avenue Rooftop Bar, where we saw beautiful views of the Empire State Building. Ending day 1 of our business trip. Friday was a shorter day. I got a delicious bagel, but accidentally left it in the office fridge. We created a Confluence page to summarize client metrics and organize variables in a data dictionary, and ordered Dig for lunch. With an end to my business trip, I settled into my friend's place. I was amazed by the views of the skyscrapers. Hello, this is my view of New York, and I'll be staying here for a few days, so I'm really excited to look at this view as I fall asleep. So here I am walking the streets of New York. I'm headed to Skirt Steak. I'm in Times Square. I'm spending the Saturday morning walking around, and I will be going to Joe's Pizza next. It's such a hot day today. I'm walking around New York, Washington Square Park is where I'm going, and then I'm going to have brunch with my friends who are also housing me, which is great. And it's a really nice day. A little sweaty. I'm online for ice cream. I got this sunblock and it's perfect for this hot day. I'm excited to get some green tea ice cream for my walk. This doesn't really taste like green tea, but it is cooling me down. Made it to Washington Square Park. going to a brunch where my Dragon Boat friends invited their friends. We went around introducing ourselves and when they moved to New York. We got boba at my friend's favorite place and checked out the Queen's Night Market. I was amazed by the diverse selection of food. The Burmese noodles and Indonesian desserts were delicious. So today, it's a Sunday and I'm walking to Beauty in Essex for brunch. And then I'll be watching Dear Evan Hansen for a Broadway show. We're in Beauty and Essex. If you're ever in Lower East Side, check out Supermoon Bakery. They always change up their selection of baked goods. This wasn't my box, but the box is so pretty. Some of my friends from college were in town, so we saw Dear Evan Hansen and got banana bread pudding from Magnolia Bakery. The end of weekend one. It's Monday, and I have spent the day working in the apartment, and then I'm just gonna stay here because I'm enjoying the view and recording some videos. It's a Tuesday and I'm working on a new project. It's a financial Excel model, and I've never worked on this before since I haven't really worked with financial data as much as health outcomes data. And so I'm really excited for this project, but I was very nervous because I didn't really know where to start or where to begin. But luckily my director allowed me to have a 15-minute check-in with her every day, and she said that it would be helpful for me to just ask her any questions, and I think it's been really helpful to gain more context and understanding of what the end output will be. The view of my lunch break. This time I got strawberry banana pudding all to myself, then went to Vital Brooklyn to go climbing with some friends. I love how you can go climbing outdoors on the rooftop and see a beautiful view of Manhattan. My friends and I went to Ping Pod, where I started to get the hang of ping pong. After, we played some pool. Strolling through Central Park is always a relaxing way to spend the day. Thursday, and I'm spending the afternoon in Central Park. I took off the day tomorrow so that I could walk around and explore New York some more on my trip. Just sitting wherever I find a nice place to sit and enjoy the sun. There is also free bingo in Bryant Park. I didn't win though. Here I am in Astoria, in Queens, and over there you can see Manhattan. Made a stop at the Socrates Sculpture Park, then took the subway back to Manhattan. When I was in Bryant Park, a local author gave me a signed book, her romance novel set in New York. I walked along the High Line, one of my favorite spots in New York because it's where city meets nature, and enjoyed all of its eccentricities. I love how when you're walking around New York, you come across different things, like this flower festival in Chelsea. Have you heard of Little Island? It's right next to the High Line, and it's also another place where city meets nature. With all that walking, I got hungry, so I stopped by Oleo e Più for the best carbonara I ever had. On Saturday, I got Sunday in Brooklyn, a brunch place with my friend. Back in Manhattan, I went to Kat's Delicatessen for the best pastrami sandwiches. It was really expensive though, but it was good.
Here I am, my restaurant, ramen.
Thank you. Thank you for waiting. Thank you. Enjoy your meal. Thank you. Welcome up.
Bibble and Sip has the cutest pastries. I got a lychee berry, which tasted delicious.
Voila!
I've heard good things about Hadestown, so I decided to check it out. Another Broadway show, another ping pong match. After all that delicious food in Flushing, I went to go bike in Central Park. It's really easy to use the city bikes using your Lyft app. I can envision myself biking here in Central Park on the weekends, when I finally move here.
Why is he so red in this video? Why is her face so red, everyone?
As a book lover, I had to make a stop at the Strand bookstore. I've seen Summit One Vanderbilt on many people's TikTok, so I had to go check it out myself. The best time to go is at sunset because you can see this beautiful view. I also thought it was worth it because they have different levels as well as interactive rooms. My friends took me to Cote, a Michelin star Korean barbecue place, and it was pretty worth it for the price. Quality meat and unlimited sides, a soy sauce based ice cream. I visited my friend at LinkedIn, where we had delicious food and worked in the nicely decorated workrooms. After work, I went thrifting in Brooklyn and was surprised to see this wetsuit. Another evening climbing with my friends at Vital Brooklyn. It's Taco Wednesday and a visit up to the Empire State Building. This was the Korean restaurant that I wanted to go on the first day when it was thunderstorming. I'm glad I didn't miss out on it. I also attended LinkedIn's Lift Up Cella, where they had sashimi in this cone and boba and more. Sushi on a rooftop? Count me in! This restaurant is called Sushi Lab. My first time trying caviar. I was recommended to go to Roosevelt Island to see the panorama room. The views did not disappoint. I love dogs and cafes, so combine them together and you get Boris and Horton, a dog cafe. Working here on my summer Friday was a little bit distracting because they were so cute. This one rested his head on my leg. When all the dogs were gone, it just becomes a normal cafe. I went to Very Fresh Noodles for, you guessed it, very fresh noodles and boba. Time for apartment hunting. This third floor walk-up had a porch. The next apartment we viewed was in a high-rise, and it had much nicer views. You can see the Hudson River from the rooftop. Another apartment we looked at was completely furnished and was even cheaper than the other two.
Cookware, linen, towel, everything is provided. So it's literally like it's very iconic.
And it's only one floor from your apartment.
After apartment hunting, I went to Lady Wong for Southeast Asian desserts. I used to have kue as a kid. I joined my friends at Babbo, an Italian Michelin star restaurant. I totally agree with this sign. My last day in New York. Walking through Times Square to get my last slice of Joe's Pizza. It's in Santa Monica too! And now, I'm living vicariously through these love letters written about New York.